Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Awakened Jenn Tarot. I am so thankful to each and every one of you for joining me today. If you are new here, my name is Jennifer Halliburton. I'm a Soulful Revolution certified tarot reader, spiritual advisor, and healing and manifestation coach. And it is my honor to help others gain clarity, guidance, and insights on their path of ascension. In today's video, we will be doing a tarot reading combined with channeled messages for the collective. Please keep in mind this is a collective reading. Only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you would like to manifest a more specific message into the reading, please subscribe, like, and comment, as these are forms of energetic transference that can help me connect more directly to your energy and channel more specifically to your situation. Thank you again for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the reading. Hello, fire signs. Welcome to your reading. This is the Awakened Jenn. So this is a new series that I am starting. I am going to start doing weekly zodiac readings. And so it's going to be in the form of air, fire, earth, water. And inside of each of those readings, I will be breaking down each of the zodiacs. Just a second. Okay, sorry about that. So inside of each reading, I will be breaking down each of the zodiacs and inside of the one full bigger video. All right, so before we get too far into this, let's go ahead and take 3 deep breaths together and do the invocation call in the spirit team. So if you close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths with me, breathe in. That's 1. Breathe in. That's 2. Breathe in. That's 3. I now call in my angels, archangels, ascended masters, my higher self, and guardian angels to please enter this present space and time. I call upon Archangel Michael to place a bubble of protection around us. Only beings of the highest vibration of pure love and light may enter in. So be it. Okay, so before we go too far again, let's go ahead and do some housekeeping things. So I'm going to start by sharing. If you have not seen it already, last week I uploaded an abundance activation. So this is a guided meditation. It is meant to help you find financial freedom. So it's meant to really sear down into the depths of your psyche, of your subconscious, and break through some of those core beliefs that are holding you back from bringing in the financial abundance that you've been trying to manifest. So, we can get to a point where our brain can get us so far, but then we're hindered by these deep level beliefs that are just way, way down into our subconscious. And so my recommendation is that you listen to this every day for 21 days straight. And then that's going to help form those affirmations really deep into your psyche and to help really break open those unconscious beliefs. All right, so I will link that down in the description box if that's something you're interested in. It is something free and available to you. What is going on here? All right, and then the other thing I wanted to share is we just recorded episode 5 of The Spiritual View, and that's on my sister channel. The Spiritual View 311 is the YouTube handle. So this is the collaboration event that I do with my fellow Soulful Revolution certified readers. And this month, because we're using StreamYard now, we were able to stream it on all of our personal channels as well. And so you could have seen this already on my channel, but I want to tell you that if you want to be entered to win a free reading by one of the readers, you need to go to the spiritual view, find this video, and like, comment, subscribe on that video, and you will be entered to win a free private reading with one of the team members from the spiritual view. And that's going to be announced on our live session next Friday. So we're doing live sessions on the spiritual view every Monday and Fridays now, where we are actually pulling cards for viewers. And so again, feel free to check it out, and it's a lot of fun over there. All right. And be sure to sign up for this free reading. It is a monthly thing that we do. Every third Friday of the month is when we have our spiritual view episodes. And with each of those episodes, we are giving the opportunity for signing up for a free private reading from one of the team members from the spiritual view. All right. So let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and start talking about what we are here for today. All right, so fire signs, here is what you can expect out of this reading today. So I'm going to go in the order of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And for each one of these, we're going to have one angel guide oracle. We'll pull 3 tarot cards. We'll get one card from the Guides from the Hidden Realms Oracle, and then we'll close it out with the Art of Manifestation Oracle. And I want you to remember that these are collective readings. And so only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if you do want to get a more personal message, like if it resonates with you and want to go deeper, I do offer private readings. That information is down in the description box below, so you can check it out. We can go deeper, and there we go. We're going to get started with Aries now. Okay, so for Aries, let's go ahead and get our cameras up on the screen. All right, so Aries, we're going to be starting with the Angel Guide Oracle. So let's get you an angel message for this week. What is the guidance this week for Aries? Angel guidance this week for Aries. Only messages for your highest good, and anything that you need to hear will come out in this reading today. That is the intentions that I am setting. Right, so Aries. What is the angel guidance for Aries? Let's pull this one. Harmony and resolution. Let's flip this for us. Okay, so harmony and resolution. So we are bringing harmony to our situation this week. So harmony is bringing in balance, that inner union. Okay. Harmony and resolution. Angels of harmony are healing you. Angels of harmony and healing are with you to help you resolve any conflicts that have been disturbing your inner peace. You are being encouraged to call in the light of God and surrender any concerns you have so that the divine can help resolve them. Your angel guide is suggesting you release any need to be right or get your point across, for this will only create more hostility. This is a time to focus on your own inner peace. Dedicate time and energy to doing what you can to make yourself feel comforted and comfortable. Through being more caring towards yourself, you will create harmonious energy that will wash out like a wave to all of those around you. Trust that this will happen and that harmony will be restored. Angel guidance is encouraging you to stand down from any conflicts that are going on in your life right now. Take a step back to collect your thoughts and breathe. Angels cannot help you unless you create space for them to intervene. And they are with you now and willing to restore peace. They want you to know that they are aware of your challenges and the concerns that you have, but unless you have faith that the harmony can be restored, nothing can change. This is a time for you to visualize yourself, the situation, and everyone involved enveloped in a golden light of goodness and grace. It's important to know that the angels of peace are encouraging you to let them bring peace to the situation. Trust the process. So you are going through something very difficult. And I feel like you've been going through it for a while. This feels very much connected with another person. And I think that you just need that validation that it is going to work out, that things are going to be restored. You don't have to fight for yourself. You don't have to be the one that's defending yourself. That in fact, if you try to go in the defensive mode, you're probably going to push this further away. You're going to create more disharmony and distrust in this connection. And so the way that we're rebuilding the harmony is we're not having to defend, we're not having to prove, we're not having to, show, like, have the validation for any of what our thoughts are, what our feelings are, or any of that. So that because we don't need that. We don't need the external validation. And there's something with needing the external validation that is keeping the separation. Because I feel like that there's some sort of perspective here that you are missing as to why they are seeing things the way that they're seeing things. Because, they can only see to their level of healing, to their level of growth. They're looking through their own lenses and their own perspectives of, just every part of the situation. And even the way that they're looking at you. You have, okay. Okay, so each one of us holds multiple versions. Like, okay, I'm trying to figure out how to say this correctly. There are multiple versions of each one of us that exist at all times. Okay. So you have the version of yourself that you think that you are. Like the whole identity, the things that you stand for, your morals, your ethics, this is who you are. This is when you tell the story of your life, this is the story that you tell. Okay, but for every single person, there's not a single other person has that same perspective of you. There's not a single other person that has that same perspective of you. Every other person has their own individual, this is who you are perspective. Every single person is determining who you are based off of the lenses that they are looking through, their belief systems, and the level of growth and awareness that they have. And so who you are to you is one thing, but then, to your mother, she sees you through a certain lens. To your best friend, they see you through a certain lens. To your enemy, they see you through a certain lens. And the truth is, there is a part of you that exists correctly. Like there's truth. There is truth in all of those realities. There is a grain of truth in all of those realities, but it's not the total truth. Everybody's truth is different. And so that's why I think that, like, the struggle here is that the people or person that you're dealing with is only able to see you from this certain level, from this certain place of their own healing and growth. And I think that your struggle is because you're here, they're here. You keep trying to get them to see this perspective and they just can't see it. They are down here and there's like all of these trees and everything in their way. They cannot see the perspective that you're trying to show them. And so you're just wasting time, wasting energy, and adding frustration to this connection by continuing trying to get them to see something that they literally cannot see. Your perspective is your perspective. It doesn't make it wrong, but it doesn't make, like, their perspective also has truth to them too. And so that's why that conversation is just not going to work out. You are out of alignment, but the way to get back into alignment is not by trying to force this person to see your perspective. Okay. let's go ahead and pull with the tarot. So that was Aries. What is Aries? This is looking at the tarot energy for the week. Show me what's going on with Aries this week. On with Aries this week. We're using the Light Seers Tarot to pull this reading. All right. So your strengths for this week, Aries, is the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, it's about missed opportunities. And so for this to be your strength, you're not missing the opportunities. You're not being focused on all of this stuff. You're not being determined like it has to look a certain way, be a certain person. Like you are very open right now to allowing whatever blessings are coming in, whatever's meant for you to come in. So you have that. That is your strength this week, that you're kind of very open for whatever's coming. I think you're ready to release the things. I think you really are ready to release these things that are all used up and old and no longer serving purpose in your life. Your blessings this week are the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords, for this to be your blessings. So I think this conflict is somehow part of the blessing. I think that you're starting to see that there are no winners. There are no winners. And so like if you have to prove, and power over, this is a power over. So I think it's coming back to this. There's no winner. So that's your blessing, is that you're seeing that there's something to be gained in the way that you change the way that you're doing even this arguing, because this does feel like some sort of argument here with this card right here for sure. So your blessing is that you're understanding there's no winner. So we're playing fair. We're not trying to win against someone else. We're just trying to get everyone on the same page. Your challenge this week, which is also your opportunity, is temperance. So it is about having patience, not rushing things to move too quickly. This is also about having moderation, balance and moderation. So too much of a good thing is what's coming to mind. So it's just, and not rushing. Those two things are the ones that are coming. Just moderation is a big one. And then just not rushing the process, just having some patience. And that's the things that you're going to be struggling with this week. All right, so let's pull from the guides from the hidden realms. Choose some guidance from the guides from the hidden realms. Let's open all my cards. All right. So what guidance do we have for Aries? Letting go of stories. Surrendering attachments, releasing unconscious patterns. So letting go of the stories of the past. I think it's coming back to this right here, to how we're doing, how we are arguing. It's just coming back to the arguments. It's how we disagree, how we do disagreements, how we bring balance into connections when we aren't seeing things the same way, when we aren't on the same page and seeing things the same way. All right, so let's see. Letting go of stories. It's an amazing feeling when you don't want anything because you know your needs will be met. You feel fulfilled. And I love that because that really kind of tells me that energy right there that I was trying to express. Like, you're fine. You are so fine because you know you're going to be taken care of. You feel fulfilled and at peace with where you are in life. You love for the sake of loving. You create for the sake of creation. And you live for the sharing of it all. Joy, sorrow, light, dark, birth, death, order, mess, mystical, mundane. This is a life of true service, being present without any conditions, yet brimming with inspired creativity and extraordinary possibilities. This is the truth of a powerful, magical life, and the way here is in your sights. Be mindful now of the stories that you tell yourself about yourself and others. Make sure those stories embrace and have space for the true abundance of the universe has for you. When you decide to finally let go of the stories of limitation, you may discover another path even better than the one that you've been holding on to. Can you let go of all of your attachments, desires, and most cherished dreams and let them be in the care of spirit? When you choose to do this without reservation, the magic will begin. So get ready. And so I feel like that you've already done a good job of that. You've done a good job of just kind of letting go of the attachments, because that's what I felt right here with the strength card of this week. You've let go of the need for it to be any certain way. Like, you put your desires out there, you know that you're going to be supported, and you're just trusting the process from here. I think the biggest thing right here, the struggle is waiting for it. It's like, you do know that it's coming. You don't have that question whether or not it will happen. It's a matter of when it will happen, but the when is a big question because you want it to happen now. All right, so what can you do to help bring your manifestations in for Aries? You are safe now. It is safe to relax. You've been through a major ordeal and you've been amazing. You handled it all. But as a consequence, you've learned to live on high alert. This needs to change. Your mind needs peace, and your body needs to relax and repair. This card brings a message. You are safe now. It's okay to relax. And so I feel like that's a big message for somebody right now, is that you've been living in that trauma state, in this high alert, constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I think that might be why these feel so like life and death, like you have to fight, for your full, which is everything, is because that's been the case in the past. In the past, that's how the arguments tended to be, is that when you had the disagreements, it usually led to someone getting hurt, either physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, but there was some level of abuse is what I'm really feeling. And so we're bringing harmony back to ourselves and back to our relationships by understanding, that in order to have healthy relationships, we can't have somebody that is the winner. And I think that's what you've been used to, in the past, is there was always somebody that was a clear winner when you got done with, the arguments before, or the conflicts before, which is really what we're talking about, is conflict. So you are safe now. It is safe to relax. You don't have to bring in those same old trauma responses. You are going to be taken care of. You are supported, and you are safe. All right, so we're going to stop there with Aries, and we're going to go ahead and move forward with Leo. All right. Okay, Leo, let's get our cameras up here. All right. So, Leo, we are going to be starting with the Angel Guide Oracle to get you an angel message for this week. So, what message do the angels have for Leo for this week? Messages do the angels have for Leo for this week? Only messages for your highest good, and anything that you need to hear will come out in this reading today. That is my intention. All right. So what does Leo need to know? Courage and bravery. Courage and bravery. So I think, well, that's Leo energy right there. That is Leo energy right there. So you are being asked to be brave and courageous. You may have some sort of struggle coming up that is causing you to have to really stand your ground. All right, so let's see. Courage and bravery. You have the heart of a warrior. You want to do what's right, but it isn't always easy. Angels are surrounding you in a light of courage at this time and guiding you to do what you know deep down in your heart is right. Being brave isn't about being emotionless. The angels are reminding you that it's okay to feel, and your vulnerability will allow you to tap into an even greater inner strength. Angels are always willing to help you feel safe, guided, and guarded. So call in as much help as you need. This is a time to take ownership of your energy and any situations that could be making you feel less than good. And through your courage, you will begin to attract experiences of being respected. Your angels are here to remind you that your soul cannot be tarnished or harmed. It's one of the parts of your essence that always remains whole, healed, and complete. So if you are feeling the need to defend yourself at this time, angel wisdom is guiding you to back down. You don't need to protect yourself, especially when you have spiritual support. Call in the light of God, heaven, and the angels to protect you. If you feel that you have made a mistake or have something that you need to share, be brave and take ownership of it. Trust that living with integrity will always lead to the greatest possible unfolding of your life, and knowing that the best gift that you can give the world at this time is your truth. So, courage and bravery. One of the messages that I did hear was about not needing to defend yourself, which is, I think, when you think about, being courageous and brave, I mean, doesn't it feel like I'm getting ready to fight? And I think that that's the thing, that we don't have to fight. You don't have to fight to be courageous. You just have to be willing to move forward through the fear. That is what courage is. It's feeling the fear and moving forward anyways. That's what bravery is. Bravery and courage are pretty much the same thing. And so it's not that you don't feel the fear. It's not that you don't see the risk. It's not that you don't know like what's really on the line, but you also know what's to be gained by taking these steps forward. And so you're going to take the steps forward. You're going to move forward, even though it's scary, even though you don't have, the full, like, this is how this is going to land. You have, I know for sure that if I stay in this place that I'm at, it doesn't get any better than what it is here. But, moving forward, I don't have guarantees about what's going to happen. And I do have a lot of risk moving forward. But there is also something very valuable to be gained. That's why you're taking this move. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull with the tarot. So show me what is going on with Leo this week. Show me what's going on with Leo. Brave and courageous. Feeling the fear and anyways. I mean, it does look like this person is getting ready to step out into war, but I don't think that you have to battle. You don't have to. But what I'm kind of getting, you might feel like you need to battle, but I'm getting that vengeance is mine, declares the Lord. And I will repay. So, like, that's the message. You don't have to defend yourself. You will be defended. And that it is, God, it is in God's divine will, and just the way that consequences show up, that they will, your vengeance will come in and you won't even have to do anything. You will, it's kind of coming back to the karma, the way that the karma plays out. So your good karma will pay off for you. All right. Vengeance is mine, declares the Lord. Vengeance is mine. I will repay. Okay. So show me what's going on with Leo. Okay, so your strengths this week, Leo, are the world. So you are closing out cycles. You are ending something. And that's the thing that's going to be the courageous thing, is to bring this ending in. It's a pattern. This is a pattern that you have repeated over and over and over. And there's a reason why you continue to choose the same thing. And it's because there's something in it that was working out for you. And it may have been just enough to, like, you didn't have to be brave. You didn't have to step out in courage. But you're having to step out in courage to get off of this hamster wheel, to get something different. You're going to have to do something different. And the something different is something that literally scares you. It literally scares you to take this step off of this path. But you know that with this path, you just get this. You just keep spinning and you're never going to get anywhere, certainly not where you're wanting to go. You just keep getting the same things. And so you've got to choose something different. You've got to be brave. You've got to be courageous and take the step, do something different to come off of this path. And so that's your strength, is that you will do that you have the strength and the courage to do that. Your blessings this week are the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is, you have an unexpected blessing coming in. And I feel like this is something that you didn't think was going to happen. I think that, again, it's something that you had to be brave enough to take the step towards it in order for this to be coming towards you. And so, I mean, I feel like that there's one thing, because with this, there's a completion. You had to make space for this thing. You had to make space for this thing to come in, because you were keeping all of these old empty cups, these old empty bowls. And it was not, and it was taking up the space for anything new to be able to come in. But you do have this new thing coming in. So you're closing things out. You're making space so that this blessing can come in for you. So your challenges and opportunities this week are, the devil. So this is to stay in that high vibration state. You're going to get afraid. You're going to be afraid. You've been trapped in this hamster wheel for so long that this is your comfort zone. Even if it doesn't feel good, it's still your comfort zone, because it's all you've known. And so your challenge here is not going back to those old places, not going back to those old patterns, not letting those old things continue to be the puppet master of your life, letting yourself finally break free from those old, blocks that, have kept you from this abundance coming in for you. Okay. We're going to pull with the guides from the hidden realms. Do some guidance from the guides from the hidden realms. Okay. So what guidance do we have for Leo? This and that are true. Open-mindedness, perspective, nuances, and complexity. This and that are true. And so it's just remembering not to have that black and white thinking, that, this and that can both be true. Life is complex. Right. This and that are true. Within you are all manner of contradictions. You are not just one thing, you are both, and lit up and hidden in shadow, happy and grieving, free and confined, elated and dejected, effervescent and dull, and so on. The world is similarly full of complexity, with so many opposing perspectives that it appears no one agrees on any objective reality at all. It's essential to remain open minded and receptive to learning before dismissing others as foolish or worse, dangerous. If you allow yourself to listen deeply without judgment, you will understand that many opposing ideas and opinions can coexist simultaneously and be correct and true from the standpoint of the experiencer. This situation is not a time for choosing sides, but for respectful cooperation. Can you reach across the chasm and find a mutually beneficial solution? Even conflicting creative concepts can be made into something innovative and special. Be a builder of bridges rather than barriers. Open minded collaboration, exploration, and experimentation are called for here. And this and that are true. This reading that connected me with what I had already channeled with the Aries reading, where I was talking about people having their own different perspectives. I was talking about personally the way that people perceive who you are and compared to who you think you are. Um, and just understanding how vastly different reality is in that way. So this was kind of mimicking or echoing that same message. But for you, I feel like you're stepping out in bravery. You're stepping out in courage. You're stopping doing something that you've been doing for a long time. I think that you need to be careful of how you're labeling anything about the thing that you're walking away from. So I think that this is where it can be bad for you, not healthy for you, but not necessarily a bad thing. The person can be not the right person for you, not healthy for you, not aligned with you, but not a bad person. They can be healthy for other people. This experience can be healthy for other people. It's much like having an allergy where, the majority of people can be exposed to this, whatever substance, and it's nothing, it's nothing for them. But then you have the people who are seriously allergic to these things and they become deathly ill, and have even died from things that literally cause no harm to no other person. And so I think that as you're moving out of this, whatever this was, this repeating thing, it was more about you than that other person or that other situation. It was more about you and your patterning and your trauma responses and the ways that you were showing up in the world, and not really as much about these other people. So I feel like that we need to make sure that we're not labeling this incorrectly, that this was not necessarily a bad thing. It was just not the right thing for you. It was not healthy for you. And I do try to move away from those words of good and bad. I do try to move to healthy versus unhealthy, because I think that is more, that explains it better. There's no true right or wrong without us labeling it as so. And to call something right because it's right for us doesn't mean that it's right for everyone around us. And even like looking at the world, if the animal kingdom, like we can expand it out. Like right is not as concrete as what we would really like to believe that it is, because again, what's right for me may be very harmful to something else, outside of me. And I'm just thinking about the animal kingdom as a good representation of this message, is because you've got, like, you can watch the snake and the mouse, and you can feel just the sadness for the mouse, but it's not wrong for the snake to eat the mouse. That's what the snake needs in order for the snake to be fulfilled and survive and successful in their own life. That was a good day for the snake, but it was a terrible day for the mouse. And so those two things both exist. The reality is bigger than just your one perspective, everybody's perspective, and even bigger than just everybody. We have, again, we have how it's affecting the land, it's affecting the animals, how it's affecting the air. All of these different things are also being brought into, what we consider good and bad. It's all brought into that same reality. What can be good for us can still be bad for the earth, can still be bad for the environment. So we have to think about things bigger than just our own perspective of what we would label something as: this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong, this isn't even left and right. Because go to the other side of the earth and point to left and see which way you're pointing to. So it's just, everything's relative to the person experiencing it. Okay, so just the open-mindedness. All right, we're going to close this out for Leo with the Art of Manifestation Oracle. So what can Leo do right now to help bring in their manifestations? Difficult emotions. This card asks you to listen to your emotions. Every emotion we have is necessary and important to us, even the challenging ones. Difficult feelings are letting you know that something is not okay. Learn to understand and love your emotions. Discover how they serve you. And so if you get disconnected from your emotions, you get disconnected from your intuition, because your emotions are actually giving you information. They're guiding you. And so, when you're feeling frustrated, resentment, anger, all of those feelings are telling you you are out of alignment with the path that your soul is wanting to go. But when you're feeling things like joy, expansive, just love, that just peace, all of those things, those are telling you that you are in alignment with your soul's desires, your soul's purpose and mission. And so if you are disconnected, if you're not feeling, from your heart, if you're not feeling your emotions, you're not going to be able to pick up on these cues that are giving you the guidance of how you need to move forward and what's truly meant for you and what's not meant for you. All right, so all right, we're going to close it there for Leo. We're going to move forward with Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, it is your turn. So let's get the cameras back on the screen. All right, so we're going to be starting with the Angel Guide Oracle. So let's get you some angel messages for the week for Sagittarius. So what does Sagittarius need to know this week? What messages do the angels have for Sagittarius for this week? Only messages for your highest good, and anything you need to hear will come out. That is the intention that I am setting for this reading. Oh, let's leave it at that then. All right, so angel message for Sagittarius. Ease and grace. Ease and grace. So I feel like this is going with the flow. We're not going to overthink things. We're going to just if it moves, we're moving with it. If it's resistant, we're kind of going a different direction. We're not trying to force things. So ease and grace. This is a time to learn and adapt. You're being guided to slow down, take your time, take in the current moment, and allow space for events to occur. You often put too much pressure and expectation on yourself, and this is not required. Also, with constant effort and rush, you'll find yourself becoming overwhelmed and tired. When you are too forceful, you use up too much energy, and that may hinder your progress at this time. If you are in a difficult situation at work or with other people, Don't feel that you have to prove your skills, talents, or worth. Just step back and breathe. And through grace, you will be seen, understood, and recognized for who you truly are. You are being guided to flow like water. Don't feel the need to rush or to force your way ahead. A gentle approach will be more rewarding. Have patience and move with the subtlety and grace. Your angel guide is here encouraging you to see life as a dance. One step at a time, you will make your way through this incredible journey, learning more and growing along the way. How can you move with more elegance? How can you slow down? How can you bring more grace and poise into your current situation? This is a time to soften, breathe, and move in a way that is steady but flowing. This information may come as a surprise or even a challenge to you, but your angels know it will be beneficial for what is coming your way next. So you're going with the flow. We're not going to stress about, the things that aren't working. Those are the things we're not trying to force. Yeah, so that's the guidance. It's just if it's moving, we're moving with it. And if it feels like it's forced, then that's a time to pull back. Okay, let's pull with the tarot. So what is going on with Sagittarius this week? What is going on with Sagittarius this week? I'm going to pull the spread with the Light Seers Tarot. So show me what's going on with Sagittarius. All right, so your strengths this week. Your strengths this week are the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is about a secret. It's about moving in silence. It's about not really letting people know your next step. So I think you're being very stealthy. You're in the process of building something new, moving towards something new. And right now, you're not letting everybody know. And I think that that's going to be the best approach for you because we're moving with the ease and grace, the flow. The less that you're announcing, the less that you have to come back and unannounce, like, okay, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go down this path. I'm going to take this job. Okay, 2 weeks later, now I'm going to go do this because that job didn't work out for me. So now I need to come try this. And then you have people that are building up, their own opinions about your situation. They're going to start, putting those opinions on you. So I think that your strength right now is that you're moving in silence. You're being very strategic, though. This is a strategy card for me too. And it's just when you are ready, you're going to let your actions, you're going to let that be the thing that speaks. You don't have to speak this to other people. You're going to let your success be the thing that speaks. Okay. Your blessings this week are the Eight of Wands. So that is very fast moving energy. So I do think that things are going to happen very quickly for you this week. This card is also about travel and communication. So there could be, the blessing here could be some level of news is coming in. Yes, some level of news is coming in. This is also about downloads coming in. This is, psychic information coming in. So you're going to get some information this week that is a blessing. It's going to help you know how to continue to navigate, to move in the flow, to know which path to take. You're going to get some information. That's what that one is. All right, so your challenges and your opportunities this week are the Ace of Cups. So this is about that heart space. I feel like that you do have a lot of fear that's going to be creeping in. So just remembering to stay here. We're moving through the heart. We're doing what feels good. We're feeling our body. We're feeling into our system. We're feeling like those emotions. What are the things that make us feel more alive, more inspired, more aligned? We have to make sure that we're feeling into the emotions. If it's making us feel, again, frustrated, resentful, agitated, those things that are causing us to pull back, Those are the things that we need to be connected to and listening to this week, because that's giving us the guidance for this flow state that we need to be in. That's your challenge, is staying in this space so that you are feeling the feelings and understanding, oh, this is guidance. It's not for me to have reactions for, it's for me to make decisions with. This is guidance that's coming in for me. It's to be in this heart space and to be feeling these emotions that are saying, yes, this feels really good. I need to keep going in this direction, or no, I don't like the way this feels. I'm going to pull back. I'm going to hold right here until I see what this is actually meaning for me, but I'm not going to keep forcing this to go this way because I don't like the way this feels. And you have to be present in your body to even be able to connect with those messages that are coming in through your emotions. Okay. We are going to pull from the guides from the hidden realms. Okay, so what guidance do we have from the guides from the hidden realms for Sagittarius? Guides from the hidden realms. What guidance do we have this week? Emergence of protection, boundaries, self-preservation, trusting, and divine protection. So I feel like that you do need to know that you are being protected right now. You have a lot of protection around you. You may be seeing 444 a lot because that is connected with angelic protection. Okay, so 39, Sagittarius. The need for protection implies the existence of a threat that must be guarded against. Can you feel, however, that you are not the only one looking out for you? We inherently know that our lives are brief, and we will experience highs and lows before we return to spirit. When we call upon higher forces, it makes it safer and easier to move through this world. As you progress on your journey, trust in the divine protection. Unnecessary harm will not come to you if you follow the prompts, signs, and nudges along the way, which we've been talking about is connected right there with the emotions. Shield your energy by setting healthy boundaries. In this way, you teach others how to treat you respectfully, as well as underscore your own self-respect. On the rare occasion that someone crosses your clear boundaries, you will be able to respond effortlessly and dispassionately because you know yourself so well. You're doing the inner work to know who you are. You know your boundaries and broadcast them. Now trust that the mission you are on comes with divine direction and divine protection. You can do this. There is nothing to fear today. So, just know that, again, you have the guidance for this flow state, for the ease and grace. You do have the guidance for the direction that you need to go, but it's here. And that's also your challenge, is staying connected to this space right here. You are protected, you are guided, and the guidance is coming in through your emotions, through your intuition. You are getting that this is clear, this feels really good to my soul, so I need to keep moving in that direction, or this feels really bad. I don't like the way this feels. That is your soul's clearest, like, hold up, this is not the path for me. We need to do something about this. All right. I'm going to close this out with the Art of Manifestation Oracle for Sagittarius. So what can Sagittarius do right now to bring their manifestations in? Authenticity. Hold your head up high. Walk tall and be your authentic self. This card asks you to shed the mask that you believed you were required to wear. Walk to the beat of your own drum and do not be afraid to shine. In doing so, you give others the permission to do the same. So walk in your authentic self. And, part of that is being present enough to even know, like, okay, this is for me, this is not for me. Like, you've got to be able to be present enough in your own body to know what is for you and what's not for you. And so how can you be authentic if you don't even know what is for you? How can you be authentic if you don't know what you want? So those are things that you've got to get really clear about and start actually expressing that into the world. And one of the things that, okay, is coming to mind for me right now is that, like, we get really afraid of letting people see who we are, because we don't want them to judge us and not want to have anything to do with us. Correct. Okay. Most people would prefer to know where to put you. Most people would prefer to either like you or not like you. They want to know where to put you. So when you're approaching people inauthentically and they can't read where you stand for anything, they just, okay, well, you're nice, you're polite, you're respectful, you know how to do the right things, but I don't know anything about you. I don't know where you stand on this topic, how you feel about this. You don't show yourself at all. You're not, you're not letting people see who you are. And so they don't know what to do with you. And because they don't know what to do with you, they are making a decision about you right then. They're putting you in this whole other pile. I don't know. So I don't fully trust you because I don't know what to do with you. I would rather know that I like you or that I don't like you, that I agree with you or that I don't agree with you, than just to not have any, just to not have any understanding at all of where to even put you. Because I mean, that makes you way more volatile in other people's minds than what you might actually be, because they don't know where to put you. So starting to show up authentically is going to do a few things for you. So one, it is going to help weed out, because okay, you're not being authentic because you don't want to potentially push people away. But the people that you would push away are not your people. They're people who are not aligned with you anyways. They're people who are going to probably make your life a lot harder. So wouldn't it be better at the front to just know, okay, this is not an alignment. These are not my people, and let them make that decision, and you not have to get kind of tangled up emotionally with people because you've now developed, a relationship with them and attachments to them. And then now you find out, because now you're ready to start expressing yourself, and you see, oh, wait, they're not ready for that part of me. And if I stay in this connection, I never get to express that part of me because it's always going to have a resistance to this connection, because that you came into it with false pretenses, not even with bad intentions, but you did. And so it's just better to show up authentically from the start. Let them make that decision. They've done you a favor at that point by letting you know this is not an alignment. I am saving you right now from any future discomfort, resentment, frustration, pain. We are not in alignment. And so showing up authentically is going to be how you're going to know that. It's going to be how you're going to ward off future events of those type of misunderstandings. All right, so I'm going to close it out there. All right, if you found value in this video, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. You can hit the bell for notifications, and it will let you know every time I post a new video. I am doing these videos weekly now, and if this did resonate with you and you want to go deeper in a personal reading, I do offer private readings. That information is down in the description box below. Other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing week. I will see you guys next week, and we'll probably be talking about a different topic. I'll do these weekly, but I'll swap between, we'll do ancestor messages, soulmate messages, and just general spiritual path guidance. So we'll just see what I feel led to next week, but I will see you next week. And I hope you have a great one. Bye.